Hello everyone, my name is Otavio and this is the Galilean Library, and today I'm here with a review of Old Man's War by John Scalzi. Before I started to read this, I was looking online for reviews of it on BookTube and I couldn't find many, just a few, so I've decided to film one myself. And here it is. So this is a space opera military science fiction, and quite interestingly, it's the first one that I've actually enjoyed. So that's a really big plus. And on that note, I have enjoyed this so much that I highly recommend this. It's a really great way to get an introduction into the genre. So we are at this stage of human development, in which we have reached interstellar travel, we have colonized several planets across the galaxy, and we have a very advanced technology. There is the colonial defense, the military that protects those colonies across the Milky Way, and all of that knowledge, all of that technology, the knowledge of the other alien species that are across the galaxy, the knowledge of those colonies and everything, that information is not available for people living on Earth. They do know that we have other colonies across the galaxy, they do know that the colonial defense has very advanced technology, but they know nothing of the specifics, and they're not allowed to. Earth has been sealed off. It's sort of like the backwater of human civilization now. The colonial defense holds the majority of humanity's resources, and Earth no longer is the center of our civilization. And we follow this guy, John Perry, as he enlists in the military to be a part of the colonial defense as a soldier. But he's 75 years old. Basically, it is common knowledge that although you don't know exactly what you're getting yourself into, that when you reach 75 years old, you have the option of joining the colonial defenses. People assume that they will make you young again, so they are very willing to join, but nobody actually knows what happens. So we follow John Perry as he embarks in this journey and learns all of it. It's a very interesting premise. I really think it's a very great way to introduce this new universe of having the main character not knowing about it just as much as you don't. So that was really fantastic. 4.5 stars to premise. Now, plot and pace. That is where this book shines. The plot isn't specifically complicated, but it is very interesting, and the pace is just done to perfection. This is a really fast-paced book. I read it like a breeze. I think it took me 3 days, 2 days, something like that. I read really big chunks of it in one sitting, so that was fantastic. So plot and pace for me, 5 stars, definitely. Now, characters. While I really enjoyed most of the characters in this book, none of them, except for the main character and some very few other side characters, have a very well-defined voice, a very well-defined personality that you can identify by their patterns of speech or by their opinions or anything like that. So they sort of blend together. I kind of like mistook some characters for others, and at the end you don't really remember exactly if that character is the one that did that or the other character and did the other thing. So that gets a little confusing, but it isn't really super distracting the story, and it's not really what the story is about, so I'm willing to accept that. However, I did need to give it a lower score because I think if those things were developed a little bit better, then it would have been an even better story for that. So characters, 4 stars. Writing and storytelling. I really enjoyed the writing in this. It's not flowery, there's nothing literary about it. You will not find any quotes that, you know, make your soul sing or anything crazy like that. It's a straightforward science fiction adventure action book, and it shows. The writing is straightforward as well, and I think it works really well for the story, and it's just the way it's supposed to be. And because the writing facilitates the story so much, I really think highly of it. And it's so funny as well. Like, the humor in this is through the roof. I really enjoyed it. And I was laughing out loud. It was heartwarming as well in certain points. And the world building was also really fantastic because we were learning about this world through the main character. So yeah, really great writing and storytelling here. 5 stars. Now, ending and satisfaction. I really enjoyed the ending in this. It wasn't my favorite of any science fiction book ever. It was just a really good ending, and since it's a very long series, I sort of expected it to not be so decisive and, you know, final, so yeah, I mean, nothing wrong with that, but it's a really satisfying ending, and it really makes you want to pick up the next one, not because of any cliffhangers, but just because the story is so good and the ending is so good and leaves so much open to, you know, new adventures and new things happening in this fantastic world. So 4.5 stars to ending. And the average for this book comes down to 4.6 stars. Really enjoyed it. It's a 5 stars on Goodreads because of the rounding up. And yeah, I would highly recommend this. Like I said, it's a great point to start if you want to get into science fiction, and specifically to military science fiction. That wasn't a genre that I liked, that I have ever enjoyed in the past, and this really got me thinking that maybe I should read more of that genre. Yeah, like if you want to get into the genre, this is the place to start. I hope you guys enjoyed this review, and if you want to see more, click subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Ciao! So the premise. This book, no.